back out in the Lake District. Going to enjoy the Langdales today. Yeah, I've just parked up at the new Dungeon Hill Hotel. I say new, it's called new. I don't know how old it is. It's been there a long time. This is right along here. You might hear the water going, is Dungeon Gill. There is a waterfall. I'm going to follow it, follow, up to Stickle Tarn. And there we'll have a great view of the Langdales. Hi, I'm Warren Brand, and welcome to another Langdales this time video. Hey, that was good. Bunch of what I assume are school kids doing outward bound practice of some sort. Hell, good fun. Oh, they're all roped up, helmets on, all very safe. Well, that's quite weird. There's a pun there somewhere. It looks just like a little dam, a weir, but there's water flowing towards it, but it's not filling up. So I think it must, I don't know, siphon off to the side and go somewhere else. There's water below where the kids were playing. I don't know, water collection point or something. What a beautiful view. The Langdales. Can't see it, but there's a tarn, a little lake of water up there, held back by just a lip of rock. Bit more craggy here. The path splits just back there. This is a slightly more craggy route, and that's perhaps a little bit more of a straightforward route. I fancy doing this one up. I don't know whether I'm going to come back this way or over the pike and down. I think I'd come back down that way safer, certainly in wet weather. But this is more fun at the moment. That is one massive lump of rock, rounded through weathering. Amazing. I think this whole area was shaped and formed by ice. Hey up, it's a bit warm again. There's no beating sun, but it's as muggy as hell. It rained a little bit. Light shower when I was in the car park down by the hotel there. I thought, oh, that'll take the temperature out. But no, it's just made the air really muggy. I think I called that water Dungeon Gill. It isn't. It's Dungeon Gill Hotel, new hotel, but this is not Dungeon Gill. This is Stickle Gill, because that's Stickle Tarn. I don't know where Dungeon Gill is then. I have to remind myself on the map. I've only been here dozens of times. I've just looked at the map. Dungeon Gill is, of course, the next one along, which is next to the path that you can come off the Pike and Harrison. You wouldn't believe it, but just up here, just over that brow, is a massive, well, quite large tarn. And it's all held up by that little bit of rock. We'll see it. I like a bit of river crossing across the boulders. A bit more entertaining, I would think, in the winter time. Never done in the winter. Only ever kind of Easter, June and summer, I think. Well, that's it, Stickle Tarn and Pavey Ark, a massive black dark rock cliff face. Pavey Ark. And if you look carefully enough, you can see the way up to Jack's Rake. I've done Jack's Rake 10, 15 times. Not the last 5 or 6 years. It's getting quite worn. I was just thinking, well, it's dry at the moment. I rather fancy doing it, but it has just started raining again. I think I'll sit and have a drink and wait out a couple of minutes just to make sure it's not going to have a downpour. And then I really am tempted with Jack's Rake. The regular trekking path up to the back of Pavey Ark is just off to the right there and up and around the back. I've done that as well. That's a very good route. Certainly safer in the winter time or with a really large pack. Wouldn't do Jack's Rake with a full backpack. So sort of reminding myself what the route up through Jack's Rake is all about. Got to curve around the tarn and just pick up that gravelly scree track, zigzag to kind of like a V, bottom of a V, about a quarter of the way up. There's a couple of handy holds, few bits to negotiate. There's a tree, can't find the tree, can't see the tree, maybe it's long gone. Gets a bit rough at the top and then right up to the top. Well, one rain shower came over, but it did stop. Looks a bit claggy. But I'm going to get to this point here and make a decision about Jack's Rake. Looks very appetising, I must say. Well, there it is. There's a couple of people going up, a couple of lads, and there's a couple of people that look as if surely they haven't come down. I've never come down it. I dread the idea of coming down it. So here we are with the way up. Just finish off this little low level path here. And then just here it begins the gravelly, fairly shitty, zigzaggy path to this sort of cut, this V here, where a couple of people are just sitting. Take breath there for a minute and then begin the climb ascent up Jack's Rake, which diagonally up there there is a tree, or there was a tree. Yeah, the bit at the top's quite tricky too, because you've got to hook around and make a way up. And I always find that path is very ill-defined, not very clear at all. It does look lovely over the tarn. Beautiful tarn view. And Jack's Rake just begins here. This is the V notch, little crevice. I think there is a gully that way, never used it. That's the one though. Feeling fit. I've just got quite a lot of stuff to carry, and some of the moves you've got to be a little bit nimble. So hopefully I won't struggle too much. Well, that's it, I'm off. Let's do it. The rain has just started again. Oh, yeah. Might just put the GoPro away because I kind of need two good hands, not one hand and a GoPro. And this is looking a bit wet and certainly rounded. Well, that's the start of this long cut. The trick is not to get too stuck in the V of the cut, but try and just, well, not get stuck in the bottom of the V, really. Oh, well, making progress. It's very easy to be tempted to get kind of stuck coming up that V notch, but the reality is you're not really going to do it, although it's protecting you from falling off the side. The easy way is basically up this sort of ridge bit, but you're not protected at all. So neither way is easy, but I think the ridge is slightly more straightforward. The cut goes all the way up. I think I'm about a third of the way. There is the little tree there. Whether it's the original little tree, I don't know. But it is an icon, so I'll check in with that as I get there. Doing okay. And the rain has kept away at the moment, which is just as well, really. Can you see the tarn? It's good, isn't it? There's not a lot between me and a big cliff and the tarn. Let's not look down there. There's the little tree. I have no idea how old it is or whether that's the original little tree. But I've been coming here 35 years, so is that tree 35 plus years old? It doesn't look as if it's changed very much, so it may well be a replacement. That's where I've come up. Oh my God. And a bit more to do as well. Fantastic view, but oh, if you wonder where my hat is, so that I didn't lose it, and because if I lose it, there's no way I was going to get it, it's in my rucksack. The tree marked about halfway from the V to not the top, but the top where you kind of turn off to begin the final ascent. So about halfway, which is okay. Hey sheep. Hey sheep. How'd the sheep get up here? It didn't come up the way I've come up. Maybe it's just come off the fell top somewhere or around the greeny bit. Don't know. I've forgotten that bit. You need two good handholds, kind of above your head and forward as far as you can, because actually some of your weight is behind, and I've got a bit of a rucksack on, so you feel as if you're not leaning forward anymore. Indeed you're not. Two good handholds are needed. Done it. The next feature is this slopey wedged rock. There's always been here, but it looks as if it's slumped a little bit more than it used to have done. This way is up through the gully, the cut. I don't think there is a way up here. I don't know. I've always come up this way. I think it looks easier than it used to be. I think I could just hop over this end of it, but it used to kind of lie in the way and really block your route. Did I say hop over it? Yeah, not so much a hop, more of a bit of a climb. And there's like a bottom bottom spiky bit of rock that if you're not careful you can bang your head on. Done that bit. Right, from here on it's kind of okay really. I think that rock's about 2/3 and I think it's okay. It's just I really don't like the last bit when you turn right, because I'm not sure I get lost because you just go up, but the path is really, as far as I remember, very undefined, but you just make the best way possible up. Yeah, the flat rock thing is just the other side of this curvy bit of path here. There's a bit of a sort of hook around, tuck down and then back up. It's remarkable, as I did a couple of moves here. I remember doing those moves before, like dong, dong, dong. It's one of the most sort of exposed bit of the trail, really. You really kind of go, oh, not quite around the outside edge, but oh, so unprotected. So much of this is coming back to me. Haven't done it for a while. It's glorious. Absolutely fantastic. And now I'm looking down onto the Tarn, right down on top. I think the views are going to go from here, the water mostly. We go over and around Pike and Harrison, maybe. I forget the views. But however, lovely. And the lovely Langdale Valley. Super good. Can't bottle it. Can video it, but can't bottle it. Oh yes. So, up there. And along over there. Yeah, that worked. Up this little cut, no footsteps and not much in the way of handholds either. And then up here you just see some kind of score marks and bits and pieces. There's a handhold there. I'll be grabbing that as a footstep just over there. Not much in between and not much below. Oh. So GoPro back in pouch, 2 hands on deck. Well, I haven't done moves like that since my climbing days, I don't think. Well, up here though. I can see the skyline, so I know I'm getting there, but there's kind of false summit. I know it goes on, and I don't much like this bit, to be honest with you. Not because it's difficult, it's just boring and bouldering, and I never know the route, to be honest. The noisy toys are out again, whooshing about, making such a din. Lovely. They make your heart go pop, 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 as they whoosh about. My goodness. Can't imagine what such a thrill that is. Right, where am I going? Right, I'll tell you where I'm going in a minute. Just a few minutes ago, we're talking to 2 lovely trekkers. Didn't get both of their names. I followed them up Jack's Rake, whichever it is, and I saw them up ahead, and there was a younger couple sort of in between, and we were all doing the same sort of pace, me fiddling around with my videos. I get to the top and meet up with these lovely people. He's 83, and has just done Jack's Rake. 83. Well done, you. It's been great talking with you. Thank you very much indeed.
Yes.
Just remind me your name again so that I get that right.
Thomas Lancaster.
Thomas Lancaster. 83.
Bomber.
Super good. And where are you from? Roughly?
Well, I'm
Newcastle.
originally from
Newcastle, yeah.
We live in Newcastle now.
Yeah, Newcastle, yeah. I know Newcastle. Brilliant. Thank you guys. I'll
Okay.
leave you be so you can enjoy your lunch.
Enjoy
nice
it.
one.
Yeah.
Nice to be
Nice
here.
meeting you.
they kind of implied that they do it sort of regularly. I'm not sure it was a challenge test for themselves, but they kind of implied that if they can do it, then they're still okay, sort of thing. That's one formidable test. Going to be skirting around this kind of little bowl area here, up to Harrison Stickle. Time's moving on. I haven't stopped for a bite to eat yet, so I shall do that very soon. Harrison Stickle, next stop. But the tarn, most of the tarn I can see, and the massive face of Pavey Ark. And in fact, you can see a couple of people just halfway up, 2/3 of the way up. Jack's Rake, just about. A few people on top. It's an easy walk, fairly flat, bumpy, but fairly flat around here to Harrison. Come off Harrison Stickle now. The top bit's a bit rocky, bit of clambering down the rocks, but this path is straightforward. Well, Pike of Stickle is right in front of me. Do I include or do I bypass? Do I include or do I bypass? Let's get to the path junction and decide. Yeah, Pike of Stickle, kind of had to include it. It was there, just there, and he was just saying sweet things to me. I'm not quite sure what those sweet things might be, but anyway, let's not go there. Pike of Stickle is a very dominant rock. Okay, so it's rounded, it's just a little rocky thing from this side, but from the valley it has this tremendous presence with a roundy top. Just this verticality of Pike of Stickle rock. You can see it from miles around. I could see it from Scarfell yesterday. I've forgotten what the valley is here, but rising up from the valley you can just see this rock. Up on top, 5 minutes. So looking over there, can't see the dominance of this rock, but Great Gable is such a well recognised roundy lump. It's fairly looks almost the same on all sides really. With Green Gable, its little sister, little brother on the right, with Windy Gap and that scree run that's a very clearly marked kind of old trail, I suppose. And then the next lump around is Broad Crag. I came over that yesterday actually. And in the far distance, I think that's Scarfell. It's about the right place. I just can't quite recognise it on top. So Scarfell is there as well. In and amongst it today. Beautiful valley. But it is just before 4 o'clock, so I ought to get going really. Can't stay here all day. The weather's been okay. No more rain. Been lucky. Might clag a bit, but I don't think there's any rain until tomorrow morning. Yeah? There we are, Pike of Stickle in the distance there. Harrison Stickle just kind of behind this lump, heading back down. I'll show you the concluding views as we go. There's a few little bits to show you. There we are, Loft Crags. Having said just now I was heading my way back down, well, Loft Crags, tick. It's easy to just bypass really, I suppose. Just one of those little peaks you think, oh, won't be bothered with. But it was there, had to be done really. But anyway, it's well after 4 now, so Time to crack on. I don't know if you could see that on my phone map. I've just got it out to do like a double check, just because I'm going off a different route. I've got paper map, I've got my GPS, little Garmin GPS, and the OS map on my phone. And I looked at it and I thought, no, I'm going the wrong way. And it confused me because I knew I wasn't going in the wrong way. The little which way you're facing arrow is 90 degrees out. It's pointing just over 90 degrees off the true bearing that I'm going on. It's confused. Now, whether there's iron in these hills or not, I don't know, but it's off. I've looked at my Garmin. I haven't got my compass out. I could do. It's in my back and the map, but I know where I'm going because I can see where I'm going, and this is the right path. And going along the GPS, following the GPS line, it's the right path. But the little red triangle is pointing wrong. How odd. My little red arrow on my phone is messed. It's broken. It's gone wonky because it's now facing almost exactly the wrong way. I'm walking this way, it thinks I'm walking that way. Why is that? Why is that? I'm following the path. The line I'm drawing with my GPS track is the correct way, but the arrow is facing the wrong way. And I can assure you, as you can see, I'm not walking backwards. That would be silly. So there we are. Broken arrow. Anybody know where I can get a spare new arrow from that works? Please let me know. Comments well received. It's pretty. Really smooth, round valley. Typical of being formed by ice. Millennia ago. New Dungeon Gill Hotel, whatever it's called. Where the old one is, don't know. Can't see the route up to the Tarn. It's the other side of this lump. But Harrison Stickle right up on top, and that cresty route to Pike of Stickle all the way around. Can't see Pavey Ark, hidden, and I've just come down this lump. I'm going to head back. Thank you for sticking with me. Hope you haven't skipped too much of the video. I've blathered on a bit. Sorry. I do these walks for me, but it's nice to share. It's nice to talk you through. So thank you for putting up with me. I'm going to make my way down, half an hour or so to the car. Probably stop for a pint on the way back. Almost certainly. Yeah. Well then, until next time, thanks for watching and bye for now.